Good morning and welcome to the Free Market Live Show. It is Thursday, December 5th, and the heat map is just kind of flat. Google's up a little bit, Walmart, but everything else is just sitting there up or down just a little bit. So we'll go through that in a few minutes. Let's go ahead and look at our Jolie's jumpers. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. How is everybody this morning? Hope we're having a great day. Here we go. Let me get into the Jolie's jumpers here and find them bad boys. And here we go. They were right here. I know I just posted them. There they are. AEON is our first one here. Here we go. AEON. Let's take a look at it. And that one was moving up pretty nice right there. AEON. That is a nice one. That was yesterday. It could keep its momentum too. It doesn't say it's doing anything yet, but it went 52 to 85 yesterday, and it's at 71 the way it closed. It doesn't look bad at all. Keep an eye on that bad boy today. AGFY Agrify. This thing's been a monster, and it looks like it's hitting that 20 and wants to bounce up. So AGFY could be bouncing back up here. We'll keep an eye on it. We were talking about it the last few days, and it does look like it wants to roll back up right there. We were saying it probably will stop at that 20. Most of them have been after they run up and been pulling back. So that one is one to look at. AOSL. This one's been jumping up for the last few days here. This is a nice one. Um, 59. This is today. 50.99 to 52.36, and it's at 51.70, and looks like it's going to keep some momentum. This is a semiconductor company, and looks pretty good right there. That BITO, I can imagine's up. That's up $1 right now after Bitcoin broke 100,000. It was like a party on X last night for Bitcoin breaking 100,000. Everybody was excited about that. And there you go. BITO is up right there. And BLNK, good old blink charging. Let's see. It's got that weird look down there. It's crossed up and it's about to get moving. Let's see it get back to that 170 area and try to get some momentum so it can get rolling again. So let's see what blink charging can do. It looks like it's about to charge up and start moving. So take a look at that. And that BNRG is that Bren Miller Energy. I know we looked at this before. We were nice and early on this bad boy, BNRG, and it did shoot up yesterday, 92 to 124. This morning, 72 to 76. It's at 76 and wants to try to run up some more. So that one looks pretty decent to keep an eye on. That BNRG, Bren Miller, and BTCS. This one's rolling this morning with Bitcoin going up. It's curling up and looking good. BTCS. And it ran 453 to 467. It's at 424 right now. So we'll see. I'm sure they're going to be rolling though. BTCT, this was up a couple bucks this morning. And this one is cruising up 239. BTCT. I saw this up and 1967 up to 2067. It's sitting at 1831, but it closed yesterday at 1705, so it gapped up there, and that one's moving. And we were super early on that one. CAPR, this one we had talked about before when it was running up there and it got to the top and now it's pulled back and it looks like it's trying to set back up. CAPR, so you keep an eye on this. It does look like yesterday was probably its bottom at $11. Had a really nice dip and now it's at 15.51. So keep an eye on CAPR to try to get moving again. And there you go with that bad boy. And let's take a look at CDIO. CDIO. Here we go. CDIO. Let's see. It ran up yesterday. Today it's not doing bad. 32 to 39, but it is back to 29. And it ran up pretty nice yesterday. So you got some more movement this morning out of CDIO, but just keep an eye on that bad boy. It's not bullish, but it could jump up a little bit more. DJT, let's look at Trump Media. That's up 71 cents again, and more. And that ran what 36 to 36.62, and that is today's date. So yeah, that's moving, and we knew that was going to get moving. And again, it might just pull back as it hits up at the top just to set up because it wants to get super bullish. And that is DJT and drug. This thing's been on drugs and it's bounced up there. It's actually just kind of bouncing around right now as it sets up. So if you're buying this one, you can watch for a little pullback and get that better pricing on drug, DRUG, and DXYZ. This thing has just been an animal and it's going to curl back up and go up higher. So DXYZ wants to continue to run. It's up about 53 cents this morning. And let's look at that GNS. Talking about it the other day, it is up 5 cents. It was curling up, looking good right there. And here you go. It ran up this morning 120. It gapped up because yesterday it closed at 90. It opened at 120 and its low is 89 and it's sitting at 90 right now. So it did run up already, hit some resistance right there. And again, if you were up nice and early, you caught that bad boy GNS and HUT. This one's going up $1.27 with Bitcoin going up. So that one looks good this morning. MIGI, let's see what this is doing. This was a nice big dip right there. MIGI. Um, Let's see, is that today? That is today. 110 to 141, back to 83. And yesterday it had a nice dip. It went 193 to 214 down to 62 and then closed at 105. Keep an eye on this one. It's jumping around a lot. MIGI. MTEM, we just looked at that the other night and it is up a penny. Let's see what it's doing this morning. MTEM. Someone was asking about this one and it is 39 to 45 and it's at 35 right now. So it did run up a little bit and now it's pulled back there, and that's MTEM. NKGN, let's see, NKGN, that one's run up. Is that yesterday? Let me just check. It looks like it could be. Yeah, that was yesterday. It ran up 50 to 66. It pulled back to 46 and it was at 49. We'll have to take a look at that one. That one could be pulling back, but it did have a nice little run up there. PRFX, that pain reform. We were all over this thing early, and it's up $3.66 this morning, and it's moving back up. We went over it again last night and said it was probably going to get higher than its other high, which was 768. Let's see. It got to $8 this morning, so it opened at 425 and it got up to 8. It's at 635. So there you go. That was a solid play, and we were super early on that one too. PSQH, isn't that one where Trump Jr.'s on the board or something? And we'll have to see what's up. Yeah, I think so. And it's at $5. It came pulling back there. PSQH. And it could be trying to curl back up. I'll look at it today and let you know if it is trying to. That PW ran up yesterday. We were looking at that as well. And it did run up yesterday. It went 159 to 230. And this morning it went 219 down to 202. It's at 203. So that one did run up yesterday. And we were just looking at that bad boy. RMSG, that real messenger. This one's just trying to curl up. It's a crazy one, I'm telling you. It's very odd, but it is trying to curl up here. 163, that's where it's at. Yesterday it ran 174 to 175 and then closed at 167. So it is running up and then closing lower as it's making that big curl up. And then it's that RMSG, Real Messenger Corp. Rivian, let's see what Rivian's doing here. That one's just pulled back a hair flat, but that is setting up really nice. So Rivian will get set up to run. It's at 1194 at the moment. And SBFM, let's see, SBFM. This one looks like it's trying to cruise back up. SBFM. Let's see. It was running up yesterday. Yeah, 293 to 369 today, 339 down to 290, back to 311. And it's not looking terrible. So keep your eye on that. That has a lot of room in its in front of it. Sezzle, let's see what that's doing. If it's going to bounce back up. It was pulling back here. SEZL. And it is just pulling back there yesterday, 386 to 390, down to 355 at 365. We'll definitely keep an eye on that one because that one already bounced last time down here at like 200 area and then ran up to like 400, 475. So we'll keep an eye on that Sezzle for sure. SEZL and SOS. That one's up $1.24. At least it was yesterday. It looks like it's good today. Yeah, 11.05 to 12.75. It's at 11.54. And SOS looks pretty good right there. And let's look at STRL, that Sterling infrastructure. It was trying to curl. It's actually just pulling back there. It was going up yesterday. STRL. And my chart looks good. It says yesterday 196 to 200. It pulled back to 195, but closed at 198 and it's at 198. I don't see it doing anything right now, but it doesn't look bad at all to me on mine. And TOI, we were looking at this the other day, and it ran up yesterday. TOI and 20 to 33 yesterday, and today 18 to 20. It's sitting at 20, so it's still looking pretty decent right there. And again, we were looking at that the other day before it ran up. So there you go, your Joe Lee's jumpers. Thank you, Asian Joe Lee. Greatly appreciate that. And let's take a look and see what's going on here. Boom, boom. But Laptop Travels has a lot of busy days, so he hasn't been in the sessions, but he's trying to post when he can. He likes Oxy and Ubot and SOXL and DJT. So appreciate it, Laptop Travel. I know it's your busy season right now, so I know he's been busy. MU, let's take a look at that bad boy. Luis Rodriguez, Micron Technology, down 48 cents. Um, this thing is setting up super, super bullish, though. I can tell you that right now. It went 102.51 to 102.80. It's sitting at 102.72. I don't see that it really pulled back a whole lot, but it says it's down on FinViz. But yeah, this thing looks pretty good to try to set up. If it does hit right here at 104 or 105, it's probably going to hit that resistance and pull back and then really get set up. So just watch for that. It's right in between that channel as it's setting up. Probably has next week. It'll be great. So, and that will be a nice one right there. So there you go. And TQQQ is about to break out. Let's look at that. That's another nice ETF there. The Pro Shares Ultra Pro QQQ 3 times. And yeah, it is. It's sitting up there just ready to. I would watch this to see if it wants to pull back a little bit. What is it? 86.17. It opened at 85.85. And yeah, it looks pretty good right there. It jumped up over that resistance yesterday and sat itself, and now it's ready to keep going up. It'll probably get up into the top. Just watch and see if it pulls back at any at all. That's what I was gonna say. So yeah, there you go with that bad boy. Very nice. Let's go ahead and look at our laptop lowdowns real quick and take a peek at these. Here we go, KXIN. This one was looking really good and starting to move. Let me try to type it in here. Here we go. KXIN. Let's see what it's doing this morning. Here we are. Today it is 187 down to 183, but I'm telling you, this thing looks like it wants to get set up. So its bottom was the other day at 170, and it does look pretty good there, KXIN. So keep an eye on that bad boy. I'm not sure if it's going to run today or tomorrow, but it is getting set up. SMXT. Solar Max. This one is actually all the way up at the top already. I think we looked at this yesterday, and this one was running up yesterday, I believe. Yeah, 232 to 270. It's at 249, and it is at the top. That one you're gonna have to be careful with. ABP. This one was setting up. I remember this one had a nice curl up. This was definitely one of them big curls right there. And yesterday it looked like it had a little pullback. Could be that dip and rip. So definitely keep an eye on that today. ABP not doing anything yet, but looking good. Benson Hill, BHIL, another one curling up really big. And that yesterday was its bottom down there at 283 area. BHIL. And yeah, 283. Today it's at 317. So keep an eye on that to start moving back up. BHIL, CETX. That one did dip yesterday, I remember. And today it's back up a little bit. And like we were saying last night, that could be the dip and rip situation. And this morning, 289 to 301, it's sitting at $3. So like these one they like to dip and rip right now. It's kind of a little pattern. So keep an eye out for them, the ones you like, to see if they're going to do it because they have been. That CRKN is starting to really curl up now. Tried to run up yesterday, and it's not looking too bad. Um, like I said, it went 29 to 38 yesterday. Today it's 29 to 28 sitting at, so not bad and getting set up there. CRKN and SOWG. Let me type it in right. Holy cow, where are my fingers? There we go. Oh my goodness. All right, so good. Here we go. This one's curling up, and it looks like that dip and rip situation from yesterday. So keep your eye on SOWG because that looks like it's going to get moving, guys. That could be a mover today. ATIP, that ATI physical therapy, it was cruising. Was that today or yesterday? The other day? Is this one the one that stopped the other day? Yeah, this stopped the other day. It has yesterday's date. It's at like under a penny. I think something might have happened to this one. I could have gotten delisted or something weird. CTGO. Let's look at that. Conago or something. That looks like it might have had that bottom too right there. CTGO and down to 1165 yesterday. Not doing anything yet, but that could be a little dip and rip. So keep an eye. ELPW, Elong Power Holding, is that big old curl up right there. EPLW, and that one's gonna get moving, guys. That's what. Hold on. EP. I have the wrong. I'm looking at two different charts here. ELPW. ELPW. That's a E long power holding. All right. Yeah, that big curl up right there. It's at 119 right now. Yesterday it went 126 to 128 down to 115 and closed at 120. So it's doing exactly that jump around that we know and it closes lower, but it is getting set up, and I would keep an eye on that the next few days because next week it should be getting rolling. ALCE. Let's see. Um, Alternate clean energy. This one we saw we looked at as it's been pulling back here, and yesterday could have been that dip and rip. So 120 to 107. Keep an eye on that bad boy because that could be a dip and rip right there. ALCE and ONCO is doing what down here? Building the base curled up right there, not looking bad. ONCO. And this yesterday, 64 to 70, and it closed at 67. So not looking bad right there, trying to build that base and get moving. So keep an eye on that. And that's ONCO and our laptop lowdowns. Thank you, Laptop Travel. And there you go. Let's look at the market and see what's going on here, guys. Because it was pretty flat at first, so I figured I'd let it do something. And it's still pretty flat right here, but let's just go through our SPY and everybody and see what's happening. PRFX is our big runner right now, up 132%, it looks like. And then how about that BJDX, that Blue Jay? It recently split, I believe. Yeah, it did. It split, and that's way up. It split November 18th, and that's up over 100% right now. So there you go. Remember, I kept saying that that BJDX, that Blue Jay wanted to fly, and that is flying there. PBM is up a little bit. And we had looked at that not long ago. That was definitely on a list. And Tara, we looked at a while ago, and that's up huge right now. So Tara's way up there. And we had looked at that. We were super early on her. Holy cow, we were looking at that at the dollar range, and it's at $5. I'll have to give that one a post because we were super early on that. That SVMH is moving right now. And there you go with that. Here, I'll look at the rest of the scanner real quick, and but we probably just nailed most of them right there. That SMX is down this morning, and it was trying to run up yesterday. It looked like it wanted to keep its momentum and pull back, but that could be a little pullback situation and getting ready to set back up. We'll keep an eye on SMX. SLXN, that's on here curling up right there. We've been looking at that. That was definitely on our list. Had the earnings and split, and it's between that channel, and it's looking pretty good to set up. So keep your eye on that bad boy. That MTEM's on here. CDIO, Mara. I mean, we just see everything. I'm not gonna lie. RGTI is trying to do something. It's still in the top there, and of course, MicroStrategy is already up $30 this morning. So that one's already running. So let's go ahead and look at our SPY and our big caps real quick. Our SPY is down 28 cents, but it looked like it just got into the top actually, and it's just running flat. I wouldn't be. It could be a little flat today the way it looks, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of green. It just got into that top area right there is what it looks like, and it could definitely just kind of bounce around or take a nice bounce up if it stays into this top. Remember, I was saying it looked like it's been wanting to and stay bullish. It opened at 607.27. It went up to 607.53, and it's at 607.38 right now. So it's actually up. It's not even down. It's up right now. So I don't know what Finviz is talking about, but it does look like it is up on my chart. And let's go through and take a look at these bad boys real quick and see what they're all doing. Let's see what Nvidia is up to this morning. Let's take a look. It's up 16 cents, and I'm telling you, Nvidia is about to get cruising, guys. So keep your eye on that bad boy because it's ready to get rocking and rolling here. It's coming up and hitting that line. It's just a little flat, but it's going to bust through it and get moving. And these semiconductor ones are looking really good. Nvidia, like I said, hitting that line just a little bit flat, nothing crazy, and it's up a little bit. It'll probably be moving today. Apple's up another 4 cents, and that one just going flat at the top. It could bounce up there really nice. So keep an eye on AAPL. And Google is getting set up here, GOG, and it's up 53 cents, and it's bullish. It's looking good. So keep your eye on Google because that's moving there. And Amazon's down 3 cents. It did run up majorly yesterday. Didn't get into the top, just flattened out right above that top, right at that top line. And they've been doing that and then working their way up there. So they're keeping themselves afloat and just going. Meta's up there. That looks like it's up $1.16, and looks like it's going to be jumping up some more. And again, just made that flat look up there. And like I said, you couldn't tell what it wanted to do. It was probably going up, but it's all good right there. Let Meta fly. That's perfectly fine because we get into the other ones that are just jumping up here and getting crazy. So Meta is moving up. Microsoft is was jumping up. It is up there, but this one jumped up already. I expect it to start pulling back at some point pretty soon, and then we'll catch that next pop because that one's going to be really good. And Tesla's up $1.37, and that's curling up and ready to get rocking and rolling and trying to move up there. So keep your eye on Tesla and see if it wants to get curled up there, and it will be cruising. And that is your Mag 7 right there. And again, they're mostly green. It's pretty green on the map. It's just a very light green or flat. So looking good. And let's take a look at our crypto because Bitcoin was over 100,000, and it, like I said, it was like a party last night on X here. It was pretty wild. Everybody was super excited, and I was too. So here we go, and let's look at it. It is at $102,819 this morning for Bitcoin, breaking 100. And yesterday I posted at right after the market closed at 4 o'clock, right after 4 o'clock. I posted, here we go to 100,000, and boom, it was a few hours later we hit 100,000. So there you go, and you could see it on the chart. It was getting ready to rock and roll, and it does look like it wants to try to curl through, but it could hit this line here and pull back and just make more space. And it's not exactly going to be pulling back really hard. It's just going to be making more space on the chart. So that's what it looks like. Ethereum's at 3,924 this morning, and it's way up there, just cruising up. And it never even came down. It just keeps rolling off that MACD and going up. So Ethereum is looking really good. Ripple's back to about 240 right now, and it's probably making its base right here. I think you had its bottom yesterday. I think you're going to see Ripple start curling back up. It is going to back into the 70 and run it. And again, these things are in the 70s and they run up so much and pull back in the 70. You would like a stock doesn't even make it. Uh, some of these bad boys are now like PR or PLTR and Sophie and stuff, but not a whole lot of them can stay up there like these. But crypto can just do it like it's nothing. Solana's at 244, and that bad boy is hitting the what is that? That's that 10 and 30, and it hit the 30, and now the 10's going to curl it up, and Solana's going to be taking off. I told you once it got over 200, you would never see it back under there, and you're not going to see it under there. I told you it was one of my biggest positions right there. It is my biggest position. I have a lot in Solana, and yeah, it's going to be rocking and rolling, guys. Cardano is looking really good too. It's trying to roll right off and continue its way up. So Cardano looks good. Doge is back to almost 45. It's up in the high 44s, and that one's going to get curled up and start rocking and rolling again. So here we go with crypto, another round. Chain links at 24.41, looking pretty good there. WIF, this was getting curled up really nice. It's at 335 right now. And I know it was at like 314 the other day, and this thing's looking really healthy to curl up and look good. So keep your eye on WIF, and let's look at that Sheeb. Sheeb is up like 6%, and I'm telling you, this thing has been setting up the last few days. It wants to be a runner, so it's been left behind. It hasn't gotten to its all-time high yet, and it kind of just got stuck there while all the other ones were flying. And Sheeb looks like it wants to try to start catching up. So keep an eye on that bad boy because it does look like it wants to run. And there you go with our crypto. Let me look at Bonk real quick and see what Bonk's doing. That is up this morning, and and again, all of them are basically their tens and thirties are reaching each other, and the 10 is curling them up and running them. So they're gonna get moving again. It's a beautiful thing. Let me take a look at the messages and see what you guys want to see. Jonathan wants to see SISI. So let's take a look at that. Isn't that like Shine something? I forget. Shineco Company or Shineco Inc. That's it. And that's a China one, little small cap. Looks like it's moving, huh? Let me see. SISI. It is. It's running up there this morning, 284 to 395, back to 248. And that had its run. So again, these things run early. Now it's in between that channel, Jonathan. So it could bounce around going forward and set up and run. It recently split, but keep just be careful with it for the rest of the day because when they run like that in the pre-market early, they generally don't run a whole lot much more that day. Some of them can. It depends on the day and how much volume it gets. This has over 1 million, just over 1 million right now, but it doesn't look like it wants to just at the moment. So I can check that out later. And there you go with that bad boy. Let me see what else is going on here. Let me see. Let me take a look here and look at stock twits and just see what's happening over there today. I'm sure it's a lot of crypto coins are trending. Jasmy's trending, Ethereum. Hood, let's look at Robinhood. That's looking really good. That's jumped up there, but that's in the top, so be careful. You know, Mara and Riot are looking great this morning, and they are. They're both curled up and getting ready to rock and roll. What's NNOX? Let's see what that bad boy is. That's up 80 cents and that's cruising. That'll probably be a nice momentum play today. You'll probably see that running. Another some Swift C coin DG. What's that? Dollar General. Remember we were talking about this one. I mean, it was looking great. It's way up there from when we were looking at it 76. It's at 81. That would have been a nice one. And their earnings are coming up. What's that today? On the 5th. Yeah, they have earnings today. So I would probably get out of it. It looks really good, but you know me and the earnings. really want to play with them. And but yeah, that was a nice call right there. That went up every since we've said that it was going up. It went up. BTC is moving. That's the Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust ETF. That's curling back up into the top there. And CAPR, we looked at that, and that is up $2, and that's getting moving again. So there you go. They're the ones that are trending. And let's see what it says. Um, let's see that I'll read the stories. Stock futures are a little changed as Bitcoin jumps above 100,000 for the first time. Crypto is getting an SEC boss, and it wanted in Paul Atkinson. I forget who's the guy that yeah, Paul Atkinson, isn't that the guy that who's President-elect Donald Trump picks to run the SEC? Paul Atkins is the boss of the crypto industry wanted. So yeah, he's the guy that Trump picked to run the SEC. So he's gonna replace Gary Gensler. That's basically all against crypto, and now you got a guy that's pure crypto. So that's why basically Trump announced that last night, yesterday, and Bitcoin went right over 100,000. So it was waiting for it, and it happened, and boom, it went. So you could see the news was about to happen on the charts because, like I said, I had mentioned that it was getting rock and rolling, and there you go, guys. I would say that's a good little pre-market. Let me see if I got everything for you guys. And I think so. Yeah, I think we did. Let me look at Oxy real quick and see what that's up to and see what it's doing this morning. It's up 4 cents. That could be the bottom right there. I would say I would keep an eye on Oxy and look at them options because again, that's setting up really good. Had that beautiful dip yesterday, and they are loving that dip and rip situation right now. So just keep your eye on that bad boy. Let's look at Elf real quick and see what the Elf is up to. Why, it's Christmas season and it's up. I don't know if it's moving just yet. Let me look. Looks like yesterday, yeah. It's just yesterday's date at 136, but Elf looks really good right there. AMD, this one's down 46 cents, so get your buying opportunities if it pulls back down here to that 141, but because it's going to be solid right there. AMD and MSTR, I meant to look at, and it's up $33 already. But you know it's going to be moving, guys, back through that 500. It's at 439 right now. So when the market opens, I'll be looking at them options. You can't buy options before the market really opens. You can trade the stocks, but not the options. At least not that I know of. So if anyone knows differently, let me know. But anyway, that's MSTR MicroStrategy, and it is looking very, very good right there. And like I said, it's mostly green, just a light green, but everything looks like it's pretty up here. So we should be in good shape to keep moving, guys, and keep on rolling. And everything's looking good. So let me know if you guys want to see anything. I'm just jumping around, checking things out. Everything looks good to me. And there you go. No more questions. I don't see anything else right there. You guys have a great day. I greatly appreciate you hanging out and checking us out. W and Laptop Travel for your laptop lowdowns. And of course, Asian Jolie for your Jolie's Jumpers. Louis Rodriguez, Winter Mute, Sherry, Bong Per Chan, Jonathan, Keys 41, Ryan, T. Murray, and my buddy Jesse's on. What's up, Jesse? How are you, brother, man? And there you go. That's our pre-market right there. So have a great day, and I will catch you guys later. Trade smart, lock in your profits. Let me know if you want to see anything, and I will see everybody later. Have a great day, everybody.